Good evening. Civil Services Preliminary Examination of 2020 was supposed to be conducted on May 31st. Because of COVID-19 pandemic, it has been rescheduled and to be conducted on October 4th, 2020. But some aspirants have approached the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court agreed to hear the plea on September 28th. Meaning, so even now also it is not clear whether the examination to be conducted on October 4th or not. But as per the schedule, the current date is October 4th, 2020. Obviously, if you look at from the aspirant's point of view, definitely the reasons are very obvious because many of them are preparing very seriously and it doesn't mean that they can risk their health. They need to come out of their house, they need to travel and they need to attend two papers, one in the forenoon and one in the afternoon. By looking at the current situation in India, there is every possibility that they may be infected. At least some of them may be infected and they may be serious candidates who are preparing for this examination. But if they are infected because of any reason, obviously that will hamper their preparation for the main examination because there is a very short time between prelims and mains and that time is really very crucial for every serious aspirant. That is the reason why some have approached the judiciary. The Supreme Court agreed to hear the plea on September 28th and we need to wait up to 28th. If Supreme Court gives the direction to UPSC to reschedule, to postpone the examination, that will be postponed, or it may order the students to take up this particular examination. Kindly see here, Supreme Court earlier also ordered for some examinations to be conducted and they were conducted. But here, as far as this particular case is concerned, if any serious candidate or candidates are infected, that is going to hamper their preparation for the main examination. So that is one serious thing you need to take into consideration. At the same time, one cannot risk as far as their health is concerned. But ultimately, so this is our competent authority and the competent court, Honorable Supreme Court, which is going to decide, and those directions must be abide by all the aspirants and also by the Union Public Service Commission. Now, let me open the document for today's current affairs and let's have a look at this. We'll have a discussion on this. Sustainable recovery post COVID-19 report is published by. So this report is called Sustainable Recovery Report. It is published by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Niti Aayog, World Health Organization or United Nations. Answer is option B, that is Niti Aayog. Have a look at this. Sustainable Recovery Report has been prepared by the International Energy Agency and Niti Aayog. It suggests measures that can be taken over the next 3 years and the plan is focused on the cost effective measures to be implemented during 2021 to 2023, right? And kindly remember, they have highlighted 6 key sectors here which are needed to be focused for long-term growth in the country. What are these? Electricity, transport, industry, buildings, fuels, and emerging low-carbon technologies that need to be focused for long-term growth. Clear? And then only we can achieve the sustainable development goals. Clear? And as far as the goals are concerned, the goals include boosting economic growth, creation of jobs and building resilient and clean energy systems. Very important. So creation of jobs is there, building resilient and clean energy systems. All these are considered to be the goals and the number is 3. Next, another important one, who among the following instituted long-term irrigation fund, long-term irrigation Irrigation is required for agriculture and other purposes. And what should be the answer here? Is it Niti Aayog? No. NABARD, Union Ministry of Water Resources, or SIDBI? SIDBI stands for Small Industries Development Bank of India. No, this is not the answer, but answer is NABARD. NABARD stands for National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So option B is the answer. Look at this. LTIF has instituted in NABARD as a part of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Very, very important one. So we have already discussed this some time back. It aims to bridge the resource gap and facilitate completion of 99 prioritized irrigation projects as a part of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana during 2016 to 2020. Another very important one. Who among the following acts as chairman of a newly created National Council for Transgender Persons? Very, very, very important one. Is it the Prime Minister of India or Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog? No. Is it C, Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment? Answer is option C, that is Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment. Look at this. It will consist of representatives from 5 states or union territories, one each from the north, south, east, west and northeast regions. This will be on rotational basis, and 5 members of the transgender community, one each from north, south, east, west and northeast regions. And the tenure of the community member shall be 3 years. Important one. Next, another important thing.